Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Mike Toledo. I'm excited to bring Todd in. Todd, what's your last name? Just want to mess it up, man. I always say that. I always make you mess it up.
Zimmerman.
How can you mess that up?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I had a brain fart, so I couldn't remember his name. So, Todd from Carbon Tech. If you haven't seen his tools, or if you are thinking about getting his tools, this video and tutorial, he's going to do a little tutorial for us and talk about some of the advice about his hail rod. So Todd, hey, welcome, man.
Thank you.
You can talk about more than your hail rod. We got some other accessories we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we got a few things.
So
for sure, we got a lot of things to go over, really. Stuff I've been kind of going over with people one-on-one, but it's nice to actually kind of get a chance to kind of do a wide audience, you know, to kind of let people know how or why I designed the tool this way, or why I run it the way I run it, you know. It's basically based on leverage, you know. We all know how fulcrums work, and the reason why I like to run our rod extra long is to give you that extra leverage, and to let the rod do the work, and less pain on the body and shoulders and wear and tear.
Well, before we actually get into what his advice is and like why he likes to run the rod longer, tell us, what is your rod? It's made out of carbon fiber.
Yeah, it's 1 3/8" outer diameter carbon fiber. It's multi-sectional. It comes in 3 sections. Goes up to 7 feet. Plus, we also have 36-inch extensions. This will go up to 10 feet. You can do massive van roofs. You can do 8-foot bedsides. The nice thing about it too is the removable head. We've got multiple heads, such as whale tails, pick tools, glue cutter. I mean, this thing's going to do everything, and we're just going to keep adding to it. That's the nice thing is we're basically developing the modular tool system. So everything we build, we want to make it multi-useful. We don't want it to just be a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
So we got future designs for making this work like a K-bar. Work like a hustle stick. It's going to be used for everything. So it's not just going to be a hail rod anymore. It's going to, for guys like you to have your retail shop, you know, bedsides, fixing big dents. It's so much easier than a big steel bar, because you're not fighting all that heavy weight of the bar, and you can push direct with this thing.
Well, I'm excited to see what Todd has to do, because we do work on those big Chevy Duramaxes. They're wide open. Now there's different versions. There's Tacoma trucks. Right now they've got pretty much the size of that, a little bit bigger, so you can fit that hail rod in and get all the way down to the bedside of these trucks.
Yeah.
It's a really great tool. I think it's, some guys, they just think that it's just going to be for the hail.
Well, and even guys even narrow it down to just big roofs, and that's kind of what I want to talk about. I mean, I'll use it anywhere it fits, which is because it's so stiff that you can use so much less pressure to fix a dent, versus you know how the steel rods are. You get them in there, and sometimes you're just cranking, and it's just bending, and before it even pushes a dent. I mean, the same dent can be pushed like this with this rod. It's just unreal.
Yeah.
You know, the stiffness and
look at the rigidity. Precision on it. I mean, you got different handles that can go on the end.
Yep.
Right?
We also got the T handle here, which we're going to show.
T handle.
Which, to me, the T handle, I use it more in specific locations. A lot of guys feel like because of the years of always having a T handle in their hand, that's the way they want to go. But the fact that this is so big, it's comfortable in your hand, and 90% of the time, like when fixing a big roof, your hand's never on the handle.
You're right. It does feel comfortable, especially inside that palm of the hand. So,
yeah.
And you can just easily adjust it.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's really comfortable. Let's talk about the leverage.
The leverage.
Okay.
Okay. So there's a lot of talk lately about rods. You know, guys are kind of against having them hanging out behind them. But the reason why I like it this way is, we got a little bit of a heavy handle, and having this hanging out behind us, I can just get this thing going, start bouncing this tool, and I'm not hardly putting any pressure. I mean, you can see I'm doing it with just my fingertips here. If you look at my right hand.
Yes.
You know, I have no pressure, because the rod's doing all the work, the weight of this rod. And the other nice thing is, I can go all the way over to the other side of this roof, and I'm working these dents. I can work a dent all the way across here, I mean, it helps that I'm tall, but you can always stand on something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
But the fact that you got that much leverage, I mean, I'm still all the way across, not pushing very hard, and you can come right up here and fix this dent right in front of me. And literally the dent.
I think you're teaching me something too, because usually I'll shorten the rod.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's what a lot of dent techs are doing.
Yeah.
Like inexperienced, shall I say, hail techs.
Sure.
They're used to, having it straight up and pushing, maybe like on a route. That's what we're used to. So I think that's really good.
And I understand in tight quarters, it's, you obviously may not be able to do that, but that's nice. The nice thing about this is you can shorten it up if you had to. But I wanted to just kind of show you, if you fix this dent across here and how easy it is versus taking one that's down to 4 feet and push that same dent way out there, how much harder you got to push.
Yeah, no, I agree. I
mean, you can see my muscles flexing, and it's the, it's the same tool, but because it's so much shorter, and the leverage from here to here from the fulcrum is
you're using
so short.
And you're using more than what you have to. You're actually using that shoulder too much, and it's causing stress on that.
Yeah, and 20 years of doing this, you don't. It starts to wear on you. You know, bad enough shoulders, and then I mean, this is so good. I can get different angles on it. And I'm still barely pushing. You see that? Like I can basically cross.
Let me try.
I can cross check without really moving around, or at least moving the rod around.
He wants me to try this. Here, no.
We got him a schmedium shirt today.
A schmedium. You know what, Todd? You're right, man. I didn't think about. I didn't really realize the benefits of this. Of this hail rod being this long.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It's just, well, and again, it's with hail, speed is everything as far as making money, and the less you have to do.
And I noticed you got a carbon fiber leverage.
Yeah, our leverage bar. And the nice thing about this one is you can operate it with one hand. You can hold this while you open the door versus holding two. Like some of them out there.
Yeah, teeter-totter and then smashing your fingers.
Well, and trying to shut the door with your knee.
We've all done it. I've smashed my fingers a couple times trying to set these up. So this is really, really cool. Really cool. And it's, like, I already have one, guys. It's super well made, especially when you start looking at the ends that you have, the pieces, the accessories that you have to go on this rod. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. And there's sometimes when we're doing, like, say, a big Suburban, and we'll put the whale tail on this end. And so you're fixing the dent, and you just flip it around, and you can just whale tail under a brace. Real easy. So you're not taking things apart, putting it together. You're just working. You're pushing metal. You know what I mean? Again, speed is everything. And as long as you're pushing the metal, you're making money. When you're not,
it makes it fun. Like, you make hail fun, or pushing dents fun with this. I mean, it's really, and it's a good size in your hand. When I first got it, I wasn't sure. Like, I'm not sure about how big it is. I feel if I would get used to it, but I don't even think about it when I'm pushing. Yeah,
well, we based it off the size of the Ultra, really, because I had used that one for so long. I really like the size of it. The drawbacks to the aluminum is it's more flexible, it's more heavy, and it turns your hands black, and that black gets all over your face by the end of the day. And it's
12, 15 hours.
In cold weather, it's cold.
You look like you're working a coal miner.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, cool. We'll get into some more stuff.
Down the line, we will have another video explaining all the accessories for the Carbon Tech rod. You'll be able to watch these videos specifically on carbontechpdrtools.com for more information. But these accessories, I have to say, are top notch. Almost every accessory you could possibly have that would help you maintain an efficient and really nice, clean repairs. So I highly recommend it. Go check out carbontechpdrtools.com, and we will get right back into this video using it on a truck bed. So let's take a look at that. Now here's a quick example of a common dent in a truck bed. Now this one has a top on top of it, and it was not able to remove the top. So we're going to use the Carbon Tech rod going down the side. Now this is going to be a little bit loud. I apologize about that. I had a student working in the background. So you PDR techs shouldn't bother you that much, but this is a very good example of how you could actually use this in the real world application. So you don't have to technically be a hail tech to actually know how to use this or have it work for your benefit. So let's let Todd see how he uses it.
All right, I got the Carbon Tech rod here. I'm going to show you how to fix a dent on the bedside. Right now I'm going to use the collet head with the single bend pick. And as you can see, we just put a towel in here to protect the carbon. You can see here that with that collet head, you have so much more room to direct push versus the old style of twisting. And you can just see how really effortless this is for me with the carbon versus a steel rod.
Todd's absolutely right. You get way better leverage and line of sight when you're from the side. Plus, it's very, very minimal effort using that. He's using his left hand. I use my left hand or right hand. So it really is not going to add any fatigue no matter which hand you're using. Plus, you want to get that line of sight from far away. You ever notice you take dents out of a bedside and you're taking it from the top? Even if you have great access from the top of the rail, you push it, you step back, and you're like, dang, I still got a wave or I still got a crown. Well, from this angle, you're able to work it much better, much cleaner from a distance, which is really super helpful, especially with these new truck beds going from the side. Plus, you have a hail rod that he has now that's 10 feet long. Now, I really, really like this. I use it quite often, especially in any truck bed like a Chevy Tacoma or this Tundra, as you see right here. It's a must-have, fellas and ladies. If you haven't had one or you're thinking about it, you're on the fence of this tool, I would strongly suggest getting it.
This versus the traditional big steel rod with the double kick is you're not fighting any head weight. You know, I can move this in here. I'm doing it one-handed right here. I'm not fighting this big old heavy rod, and I'm not having to twist. I'm just directly pushing. And this is just so, I mean, look how easy this is.
Wow, Todd. I mean, I didn't even think that you could actually, like, one-handed, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so much different than the old way.
wow.
Before we say goodbye, Todd, officially, I just want to let you know we will have a part 2 video about the Never Lose, some of his accessories, and a new rod that he's going to be coming out. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I definitely want you guys to check that out.
All right, guys, that ends our review, our product. Kind of just all around all-star here, coming to the shop and just making sure that he explains his products. That's probably the best thing. I'd love to do more. So if any of you tool makers are interested in coming to my shop, and we'll do something like this, because I just think this is the best way to do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
Especially if I love the product. I mean, I want you guys to come here and there's no other better way. It's just getting an exclusive breakdown of what the products are like, especially with your Carbon Tech tools.
Yeah.
But Todd, I just want to say thanks a lot. I really appreciate you coming by.
No, thank you.
Man.
I appreciate it.
I really do. Check them out. Carbon, what's your website?
CarbonTechPDRtools.com.
It's not carbonfibertools.com? No, I don't want to mess them up. I put it on there. Look in the description too. So if you're watching this on YouTube, just go down to the bottom of the channel, look on the description, and then you'll see a live link that goes straight to him. So, all right, Todd. So thanks again. We'll see you guys next time on the next video.
Thank you.